All right. Welcome back to another recording of Pencil Leadership. I am Chris Anderson, your host. Guys, we have a good one for you today. So I hope you're tuning in. I hope you're ready to take some notes, get out your pencils and paper, and get ready to jot some stuff down. We have Sam Mitchell on the show today. And Sam, he's just recently graduated high school. And he has his own podcast called Autism Rocks and Rolls. And it is on fire, guys. His podcast is taken off and growing continuously. It's a great show, but and that's because his mission is to take the stigma off of autism and show people that he is not broken and that if they have autism, they are not broken. So if you want, you can check out his website at autismrocksandrolls.com. But Sam, welcome to Pencil Leadership today.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's good to be here.
Absolutely, Sam. So yeah, I'm really excited to just have you kind of share throughout this journey of what it is to be a pencil leadership with the audience today. But tell everyone you have autism, and what made you decide to take this journey? First off, of starting a podcast and getting rid of this stigma.
After I joined my high school's media club, I decided to join a pod. Along with some of my peers, ran Thundercast, but I learned I wasn't going to be a senior in high school forever, and I didn't learn to kind of do that. But I figured the only way to continue my media skills was to start my own podcast. Hence, Autism Rocks and Rolls was born.
Awesome. Sorry, we had a huge truck go by. This is the life of going live. So that's cool, man. And it's a really neat thing to see you do and build out. And kind of, what you're doing exactly is getting rid of that stigma and showing people that you can be a success, and you can make a big impact no matter what.
No matter what life throws at you, can still be successful.
Absolutely.
There's a way for everything.
For sure.
Be successful.
So I'm curious. So we're going to go through the 5 traits of pencil leadership with you and your perspective. The first one being a pencil has to be held to be guided to leave a positive mark. So along your journey so far, guides in our lives, mentors, coaches, teachers, things like that. Have you had any good role models, mentors, guides that have really helped you on your journey so far to kind of step out on your own and start doing this?
Yes, I would say my media mentor, Scott Carmichael. He taught me a lot of the basics with media, but he's pretty cool. He's one of the school board members, but I would say he's probably one of my mentors. And probably just a lot of the people I met along the way. I could go on and on.
I'm sure.
A lot of family is a lot of my mentors. A lot of my grandfather, as far as the biggest male mentor. And then my mother is probably the biggest female mentor.
What are some things those mentors have taught you, maybe just personally about life? Have you had any big takeaways that have been like aha moments along your journey so far?
Well, my grandfather does too much to count with that one. Scott Carmichael, he's taught me probably that life happens and be more easy. And my mother, we've just been through hell and back, in all honesty.
Yeah. So you're learning strength and you're learning perseverance from these mentors to get you through and get you to that next level.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. And that kind of flows into the second trait of pencil leadership, being that pencils have to be sharpened to be able to have a better mark, to be able to leave a better mark on the world. And so you've obviously been through some sharpenings. What have some of those sharpenings been in your life? And how have you gotten through those?
What do you mean by sharpenings?
So sharpenings is in hard times, difficulties, things that hurt. Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Make us better. Yep.
Okay, that clarified it. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I would say definitely not having the social skills that a lot of people do have. Probably not learning out the social cues pretty quickly than others probably do. I'd also say a lot of telling off the wrong people, having no filter, anxiety, that's been a part of me. Lots of different types, social and anticipatory anxiety. So it's not just anxiety and depression that they always say. It's anxiety, a different type anxiety. It's the anxiety sandwich, I guess is what you can call it.
I gotcha. So what's it been like with all those kind of sharpenings that you've been through, those hard times, and what's helped you get through those or be on your way through those?
I'll continue with your pencil leadership. When the pencil broke, I got back up.
Yeah. You mended
I
the break
resharpened
and
it.
you resharpened it. You used what you had left, right?
Yep.
So, do you find that it was hard? And again, you don't have to answer any of these questions that I ask. Obviously, you can just say no comment or whatever. But uh, when you first got into school, was there bullying? Was there
Oh, yeah.
negativity towards you
Oh,
still?
yes. I've dealt with bullying
Okay.
a long time. I mean,
Mm,
I think I dealt with it a lot probably throughout the school.
okay.
Sometimes, though, I did not realize it, and that's what bothered me the most.
Mm.
Is that I had to be told, "Hey, you know they're bullying you, right?" Or telling you that, "Hey, this person's bullying you," or not even knowing at all. And
Mm.
there were probably times that I had not known, and those probably, if I learned, I would bite me in the ass. I mean,
Yeah.
in all honesty.
Yeah. So how'd that make you feel, I guess, during those moments?
Pretty sad.
Yeah.
Pretty sad, brother. I just don't get why. I mean, I'm an honest. I mean, I knew bullying probably was gonna happen from when I was told, but not telling is what really stinks. It
Mhm.
really does.
So how'd you approach those? Do you saw those bullies, or have you been able to kind of remedy those
Not
situations?
anymore. Adulthood, they're
Okay.
more accepting and more appreciative.
Okay.
Not people though, probably 21 or younger.
Mm, okay.
I mean, 20 or younger. Excuse me.
Uh-huh. I gotcha. So was there what helped you heal through those moments of bullying? What helped you mend and resharpen?
Probably my mind.
Mm.
Um, Probably just with age growing up and a lot of pro wrestling. That's probably what
Oh
helped me
yeah?
watching
Okay,
a lot of pro
elaborate.
wrestling.
Pro wrestling. How so?
What? I'm sorry.
How so with pro wrestling? I'm curious on this one. This is good.
You want it, some of the characters you want to be, and some of
Mm.
the characters you can relate to. Mankind. I mean, Mick Foley's one of my favorites. I had the honor of. I didn't meet him. I saw him again the other day
Uh-huh.
at the Comedy Attic in Bloomington, Indiana.
Oh, you were just here? I'm from Indiana, so
Oh yeah,
that's
I'm
awesome.
that's where I'm from.
What? Okay, I didn't realize that. What part of Indiana are you from?
Green County.
Greene County?
Yeah, it's by. You know where Bloomington, Bedford is?
Yeah, uh-huh.
It's between there.
Okay, well, cool, man.
Where I'm from you.
I'm just north of Indiana or Indianapolis. About
Oh,
45
okay.
minutes north of Indianapolis and Tipton. Yeah.
Oh,
Cool,
well, I'll be
man.
darned.
That's awesome. Well, yeah, so you saw him at the recent thing here in Bloomington. And how'd
Yes.
that go?
Oh, that was awesome, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, I had the honor of meeting him once when I found out he was gonna be in Indy for a meet and greet at a toy store. Then I always said on my podcast, like, "Who's your dream guest?" Mick Foley. I was on a wrestling podcast called the AC. A lot of behind the scenes stuff that
Uh-huh.
happened me to let him to have another surprise meeting with him, and then I got to um have him on my show, and then we went to the
Awesome.
thing. And the best part was my mother had the Autism Rocks and Rolls shirt on. It
Not that
wasn't
one you're
this
wearing?
one, but it
Uh-huh.
was a different one. And she said he was like Autism Rocks and Rolls. He's like, wait a minute. And then the gong went off like, oh, I was on there. Hey, how you doing, buddy?
That's awesome. That's cool that he had that connection. So what makes you look to him? I know you can relate. How so? How do you relate?
Well, first of all, there are four things. One, he has all these pretty crazy alter egos, as pro wrestling fans know.
Mhm.
So I think sometimes his egos. Let's start off with Cactus Jack. Man's a nutso. I'm kind of a nutso too, so it works out. So that's the first one. The more serious ones to me are Mankind.
Okay.
He is a little as the first version of Mankind in 1996. He was deranged and a little bit psychopath and little what I call not right in the head.
Okay.
And I've heard so much that sometimes I think we're not right in the head, and yet we can't be successful. Yet here's
Mm.
Mankind selling out tickets. And then the friendlier version of Mankind is he was the underdog that nobody thought would win because he's your next door neighbor. You didn't think I'd be successful, yet here I am.
Yep.
Then Dude Love, um, he was like the people who got all the women. Like he's basically like a Shawn Michaels
Okay.
talking,
Yeah.
like a flamboyant type
Uh-huh.
person, funny type person.
Yep.
That's sometimes who I envision to be.
I gotcha. Okay. So you want to be that person that everyone likes.
Yeah,
That's
and
awesome.
or with humbleness.
Mm,
That's another reason why he's so humble that I want to be humble.
that's awesome.
I now say but I always say I want a job that either on media or
Uh-huh.
making a difference.
Yeah. That's cool, man. And that's a neat way to look at things and incorporate wrestling and their characters to our lives. It's a really neat perspective. And I'm curious with that. You said you're trying to be more humble, and I think we all could be. I think we all have our moments of not being humble. But the third trait of pencil leadership is that a pencil has an eraser, because sometimes a pencil might make the wrong mark and can work on fixing that mistake. And same thing in our life. So, looking back through your journey so far, have you made a mistake that you kind of like, oh crap, like I should not have done
Oh
that, or
yeah,
like why did I do
probably
that?
with the journey.
Uh huh.
Something I was very strict with season one.
Uh huh.
I was very regimented with it. I probably should have learned to lay back and do some other stuff that my editor suggested. But I was like, no, this is how we're doing it. End of story, basically. But I probably should have learned to keep it more cool and chill.
Mm. So
Not
kind
super
of,
not chill, but not get as frustrated easily.
yeah. So it sounds like a little bit of ego and a little bit of just a little bit of anger that's happened in life that you're like, oops, shouldn't have done that kind of stuff sometimes.
Yeah, the filter and it goes back. I mean,
Yeah.
not having that filter, that goes back to the oops.
So how do you, when you make a mistake, and again, you're not alone, we all make mistakes. I'm right there with you. How do you work on, or what's your response? Do you immediately try to go and fix those and remedy those solutions,
Yeah,
or yeah?
because I feel bad at the end of the day, and
Mm,
it haunts me. The main thing to do with the blunt is just apologize.
yep.
I mean, they may not forgive you at the end of the day because you can't cross it, but it shows that you're the bigger character by apologizing at the end of the day, in
Mm.
my opinion.
That's a really good testament to your character too, is being able to just realize that and then go and take the steps, even though sometimes that can be hard, right? To apologize and say, hey, we're in the wrong.
Oh, it's not easy anymore. I
Yeah.
mean, after you get used to apologizing with your filter so much, you're so used to it.
Yeah, that's true. Practice makes perfect in anything, and that's even true in apologizing, I think. So, uh, it's it's an interesting journey, because there's always different things that we can slip up and mess up in, and we're continuously growing, I think, in those regards. And you mentioned humility, wanting to be better there. Your filter or lack of sometimes things like that. And the fourth trait of pencil leadership is that no matter what a pencil looks like on the outside, it can look real brand new and nice like this. It doesn't matter if there's no lead on the inside to leave a mark, and that's the most important part. And so for us, that's our character, that's our heart. And so, what are some big character pieces that you hope to impact the world with, and what are you doing right now to try to use those?
To show others that no one is broken,
Mm,
everyone is basically disabled if you think about it.
yeah. How so?
Well, I think we all have our struggles. I'm not the
Mhm.
best at math. I mean, it ain't gonna happen. I can do basic 2 plus 2 for you, that's it. But I bet there's someone who's not on the other side who doesn't have the English brain or the science
Mm,
brain or even a picture photographer brain.
yeah.
That's someone else's strength. So technically, yes, we are all disabled.
I like that. It's because that's the whole kind of premise of pencil leadership, is to help people see their true potential, and the purpose that they are created for. So I like that. I like your kind of internal character there of wanting to help people better themselves and use their strengths, and understand that we're not good at everything. But we are blessed with certain things that we can use to make a better make a difference in the world. So that's a really good point. I like that. And so with that, like, I'm excited to hear more about your journey, and this is where I want you to kind of elaborate on Autism Rocks and Rolls, and everything you're doing there, because the fifth trait of pencil leadership is that we all are created uniquely and with a purpose to leave our mark on the world. And so when everything is said and done for you, what do you hope your mark is, and how are you working to leave that mark?
I'm hoping to leave that mark by definitely taking the negative stigma, obviously, but also just to spread it not awareness. I don't call it autism awareness, but to
Okay.
spread autism acceptance,
Oh,
to
I
let
like it.
others see that, oh, he's just like me, or the guy in the wheelchair. Oh, he's just like me.
We're people, right?
Yep.
We're all people. So what do you, I know you have your podcast, you have your website. So what you do speaking, right? I'm pretty sure. Elaborate on
Yeah,
that.
motivational speaking.
You do
Um,
motivational speaking?
yes. So I'm using a book right now to practice like little mock speeches. But the good news is I got a big hit in February 2022 where I
Hmm.
get to go to Broken Arrows, Oklahoma, and speak for them at an autism convention or conference. I'm not for sure which one.
That's cool. So how excited are you for that?
Oh, I'm excited about it.
Yeah. Is that a
I
big
didn't
crowd there?
expect, I didn't expect, the travel out of Indiana with this journey.
That's
Let's put it
cool,
that
man.
way.
That's really awesome. That's exciting to hear. And so you've just been speaking around Indiana right now until
Trying to.
then?
Let's put trying to.
Okay.
We're trying there, but we haven't had much hits. I'll be
Okay.
honest with you.
That's
But we're
okay.
definitely doing our best. We're
Hey,
definitely doing a lot of mock speeches for practice. Let's put it
there
that way.
you go. And now you're going to Broken Bow. So that's a huge,
Broken
huge
Arrows. We're
thing.
gonna try to
Oh,
go there.
Broken Arrow. Sorry. I
No,
been to
it's okay.
Broken
Don't
Bow,
worry about it.
Texas. Yeah. So what do you speak on? Autism?
Basically, well, there's a lot of things I could speak
Okay.
on. Employment, because not a lot of
Okay.
people on the spectrum are getting jobs or they can't keep a job.
Okay.
Being included for sure,
Mm-hmm.
fitting in. Um, and definitely making friends and why it's so difficult.
Yeah.
So those
Why
are
is
probably
it so difficult from your perspective? Why is it so difficult to make friends?
because conversations are too fast. I mean, they really are. You want to talk about what you want to, but yeah, there's a guy who knows everything about Dragon Ball Z. You didn't know nothing about it, but also it's the fact that you're speaking like too
Uh-huh.
fast, and I know we in America, I'm guilty of. I'm probably the fastest talker alive, but it's harder when you're hearing someone else talk fast, and it's frustrating. But I'm also sympathetic because I do it too.
Yeah. So is that in the moment, do you just say, "Hey, I apologize, but could you slow down a little bit," or do you just kind of let them go?
Let it go because I don't want
Okay.
them to think like talk like I don't want them to think like that. Like I'm not
Okay.
trying to do that at all.
I gotcha. So I'm excited for you. How long have you had your podcast?
So that's October 2019.
Awesome, man. So we started about the same time. That's awesome. I started just a month after you. So it's a cool thing to see where you're going. So I'm gonna guess I'm gonna let you answer, but I think I know. Who has been your favorite guest so far on your podcast?
Oh well, I've had others, but
Okay.
Mick Foley was one of them.
Yeah.
But the other other favorite, just because I think he was pretty cool, is James Durbin. He was the
Okay.
fourth runner-up of the 2011 American Idol season.
Oh, cool.
He
Okay.
has autism, but also Tourette's. And then my
Oh,
other
that's right.
favorite, he's a video game developer with autism from Grand Rapids, Michigan. His name's Peter Lance, and I thought those two were pretty cool people,
That's
honestly.
awesome. That's really cool, man. Well, I know you're making a difference. Just keep doing it. You're created to, leave a positive mark in the world, and that's what you're doing. And it's so awesome to see you, stepping into your strengths and really doing that. So where can people connect with you more to find out more about what you're doing and just, maybe shoot you a message, say, hey, thanks so much for doing what you're doing.
Yeah. So if you want to listen to my podcast, you can find me on Podbean, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, LinkedIn, Stitcher, iHeart, Listen Notes, Spreaker, Pandora, and YouTube. My website is Autism Rocks and Rolls. That has everything for more information. But if you want to contact me or leave a simple thank you or whatever, either email me at info@autismrocksandrolls.com or call me at 812-797-9045. Or if you want to talk to my editor for something, contact her at the same email or call her cell at 812-699-7811.
Awesome. Well, yeah, guys, definitely get connected with Sam and just what he's doing with Autism Rocks and Rolls. It's a great cause. It's a great message. He's doing really amazing things for that community. And yeah, just reach out, connect, and support him on his journey. Again, Sam, thanks so much for being on Pencil Leadership today.
You're welcome, bud.
Awesome. And if you guys enjoyed this, make sure you share it. We can impact even more people if we do this together. And so share this and head over to wherever you listen to your podcast and, leave a rating and review for Pencil Leadership so we can, again, just get our messages in front of more people. We can't do without you. But until